So with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 set for a 2016 window release, what may possibly happen in the story is up in the air right now. But today, guys, we're going to be talking about the possible outcome of having Mira and Towa involved yet again in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and if it's going to be possible for them to be reintroduced in the series. Now, again, guys, if you guys haven't already heard or checked out my previous episode, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is set to release this winter 2016, which, again, I am extremely hyped about. But I want to know from you guys down below what platform and what system you guys are going to be getting the game on. So the question of the day is going to be, are Mira and Towa going to be involved yet again in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? If they decide to continue the original story from Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, does that officially mean that Mira and Towa are going to be involved yet again? If you guys remember Xenoverse 1's ending with Mira and Towa, Mira was said to be blown into pieces, and with Towa standing over him, she had a piece of him in his hand, and he was still talking, he was still alive in her hand, and as she was talking, she said that they're going to come back stronger than before. So is that an indication? Does that mean that they're going to come back, twice as strong, way more powerful than before? We don't know. With the depiction of how Dragon Ball Heroes displayed Mira returning as Super Mira with Timebreaker Bardock and all sorts of characters, does that mean that if Mira returns in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, that indeed he's going to come back as Super Mira? Now, we don't really know as of right now. I personally believe that they are going to be involved, because if Mira's still alive and if Mira's still talking to Towa while he was, in her hand, blown to pieces, mind you, then I do believe that he's going to regenerate, and they're going to have yet another plan on how to distort time and space itself in Xenoverse 2. Now, in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, it is said that you will have the opportunity to change time itself, change the past, change the future, change the present, and change it to your liking. So does that mean that, you get to fully adapt and see what's going to happen if, Super Saiyan 3 Goku never existed, or perhaps maybe what if future Gohan never died? What if Majin Buu never died via Spirit Bomb and stuff? We don't know how exactly you're supposed to change the outcome of time itself or the events of Dragon Ball to your liking, but we do understand that time itself, the past, the present, and the future are going to be affected by somebody, some source of energy. Now, I really doubt it's going to be Demigra. A lot of people are like, oh, Alex, it's going to be Demigra. How is Demigra supposed to return if he was killed off by your character alongside Goku in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, clearly being shown blown to pieces? So he's completely gone, and keep in mind there was no signs of him regenerating. So we do have an understanding that Mira was made up, specifically created by Towa, using the energies and powers of different beings. So we don't know if he's able to regenerate. We don't know if she's going to go on ahead and bring him back somewhere where she's going to clone him or something. But if Super Mira does get involved, it's going to make a lot more sense, because in Dragon Ball Heroes we get to see Super Mira appear shortly after Bardock became Super Saiyan 3, which is pretty cool, by the way. And we get to see, like, different, forms of, like, Kaioshins. We get to see the Supreme Kai of Time and other Kais as well. So does that mean that other Kais are going to be involved from either the same universe or different universes? We don't know. But having Super Mira return, I think, at least in my personal opinion, would be more than suitable enough for this game, because, we all have to admit here, and I'll be honest, Mira wasn't really that big of a threat in Xenoverse, although he looked pretty cool. You guys can't deny that. He looked really cool, but did he really, just bring a level of violence that we've never seen before? Was he really that big of a threat? Absolutely not, man. We were able to beat his ass, time and time again, so really he had no relevancy in the actual game itself, other than when you fought him, prior to fighting and finishing off Majin Buu. But even with that, Mira did not pose a credible threat as much as Demigra. So I think that if Mira were to come back as Super Mira, I think that would be more than fitting enough to have him redeem himself from the character that he once was in Xenoverse 1, because, you guys have to be honest here. In Xenoverse 1, he looked badass, but he wasn't that badass of a villain. So I think that if they bring him back, it would be more than suitable. Now, in terms of there being different gods, because we do know of the god of the demon realm, which was Demigra, and he's now dead, what does that mean for the other gods out there? Are there other gods out there that are, gods of war, or perhaps gods of, evil or something? I'm just making stuff up because we don't really know what's out there, None of us can ever predict what, they're going to include in this game in terms of there being, Makaioshins or whatever the case may be, because we don't know what they're planning on including in this game as of right now, of course. Again, if you guys want to watch more Xenoverse 2 content, the official Xenoverse 2 playlist will be down below. That way you guys can always stay fresh and in tune with what's going on. But again, I want to know your feedback on this, because when it comes to Mira and Towa returning, because I think that they will return, and I do think that they ought to have have somewhat of a connection relationship with, you know, Towa and her brother Deborah, because Towa was supposed to be the little sister of Deborah, the Demon King. So I would love to see Deborah and Towa actually work together side by side to commit mass genocide and just, you know, just ultimately try to change the course of Dragon Ball while you and Trunks are out there trying to, you know, stop them and whatnot. And as for future Trunks, I mean, he is a time patroller, so we do have an understanding that he will be involved yet again. But, you know, like, how big of a role is he going to have? We don't know. Is he going to die at some point? Because remember, I mean, there was no major character that was killed off in Xenoverse 1, so we can't really say for sure if he's going to die, or if your character is going to die. I mean, the outcome is unknown, and we don't know if they're going to include Dragon Ball Super characters like Hit, Vegeta, Kaba, if they're going to include Frost and Champa and Vadus and stuff, which would be really cool if, you know, if they were affecting the different outcomes of different universes, perhaps. It's also unknown if they're going to include different universes like Universe 1, 2, 3, Universe 8, 9, and 10. We don't know, but that'll be really cool if they did, although it would kind of throw everything off because the Omniverse tournament with Xeno hasn't really happened yet, so who's to really say? But that also sparks interesting questions, you know, like, is Xeno going to be involved? Because Xeno's supposed to be the one that governs all 12 universes, so is he going to be affected as well? We don't know. But in terms of Super Mira, bring his ass back, or at least introduce him and have him be a force to be reckoned with, because if he's supposed to know the Kamehameha Wave, if he's supposed to know the Final Flash, the negative energy ball and stuff, if he's supposed to be a credible foe, allow him to become that credible enemy to where we need to fight, because I think that Xenoverse 2 needs an engaging enemy. I mean, our characters can't just keep winning. I mean, as much as I love to see my character just, you know, run through everybody, I think it just doesn't make any sense. I think that there needs to be a villain that puts our character in place and in line until we come back stronger than ever to finish him off. So I think that that'll be a great story, and I really do feel, because I just got done playing Xenoverse, I just played the entire story yet again, and after playing it, I was just like, wait a minute, like, if you guys pay attention to the ending, there's a lot of hints. There's a lot of hints as to, you know, them returning, and as we all predicted, you know, a year and a half ago, Xenoverse 2 is going to drop, and look at that, it's coming out this year, because a lot of people are often calling us crazy. Oh, Xenoverse 2 is not coming out, you guys don't know what's going to happen, it's probably going to be Sagas 2 or Budokai Tenkaichi 4. No, actually, it was Xenoverse 2, because if you guys pay attention to the ending of Xenoverse 1, Towa specifically said they'll be back, and their plans are necessarily over, and she wasn't that concerned either. She was holding Towa, but she wasn't even concerned. She was like, you know what, it is what it is, you guys got the advantage, you guys got the God of Destruction to help you out. I mean, maybe perhaps Champa can help her out next time. Perhaps maybe instead of controlling Beerus fully, they try to control Champa. So now Champa's coming after us as well, and so we have Beerus who's on our side alongside Whis, and now we have to fight off, you know, Champa and Super, you know, Mira and Towa and Vadus and stuff, which would be really awesome, because can you imagine if Vadus and Champa got, you know, mind controlled by, you know, Mira and Towa and stuff? Like, that would be really crazy, because now we have to try to fight off the gods yet again to try to get them to fend off, because if we don't, then they'll destroy the entire fabric of the universe and stuff. Now, that's pretty insane right there for you. Leave your thoughts down below as to what you guys believe is going to happen between Mira and Towa. Do you guys see them coming back? And if you do see them coming back, how strong are they going to be? And how much of an effect are they going to have as we transpire through history yet again? Do you guys believe that Mira is going to come back as Super Mira? Yes or no? Or do you guys believe that there's going to be a different force out there wreaking havoc? Comment down below and let me know, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you guys don't miss a single Dragon Ball video update. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys cannot wait for Xenoverse 2 like myself, then smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for more. I am super stoked on this, only because the game itself looks very promising, and people are saying, oh, well, it looks the same as Xenoverse 1. You can't really say that because the game isn't really out. So, I mean, we're going to see gameplay at E3, which I am just dying to see, because I cannot wait to see gameplay from E3 this year. But again, in terms of Mira and Towa, if there was ever an opportunity for them to come back, if there was ever a chance for Mira to redeem himself, I think this would be it. We saw Super Mira appear in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse mods on the PC version, so why not have him appear in Xenoverse 2? So I think that there will also be a different villain involved, someone that we haven't seen yet, because again, even with, you know, Demigra appearing, I mean, none of us really expected to see someone like him debut, and for someone even like Beerus to recognize him was pretty cool. They're adapting a lot of ideas from the Dragon Ball MMO, if you guys remember what that was. So they're taking a lot of ideas from the Dragon Ball MMO, which was supposed to be canon to Akira Toriyama's material, because it was set to take place hundreds of years in the future. We don't really know as of right now what's going to happen indefinitely, but what I believe for sure is going to happen, and this is just my opinion, is that Mira and Towa will return. Whether or not they're going to kill someone off, whether or not they're going to, really affect the course of history is unknown, or if there's going to be a different character per se that's going to show up. Being that he's at a much higher ranking than them, we don't know. But leave your thoughts down below as to what you guys believe is going to happen. Again, I am hoping for Super Mira, because he was showcased in Dragon Ball Heroes, and he looked pretty badass, especially when he bulked up and stuff, when he took everyone on. So hopefully they stick by that and they don't really stray away from having those two appear, which I do think they're going to appear once again, and the game is going to sell tremendously. So again, I am throwing out the challenge if anybody wants to battle on that game. I cannot wait, because I will be hosting lobbies for days on end, and this holiday season is going to be very interesting, because we have Battlefield 1, we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, we have Gears of War 4, we have lots of awesome games to look forward to at E3, and we have Dragon Ball Xenoverse, to me being the peak of everything. So I guess I'm going to go back on Xenoverse 1 and start playing again. But leave your thoughts down below, guys, as to your overall thoughts as to what you guys believe is going to happen. Thank you all for watching once again. Tune in for the next video, and I'll be seeing you all later, guys. Take it easy. Peace.